Hi, Zavi Jendakir from @WeLightBeans and @figure.8.energy on Instagram, and I have a treat for you. Ah, my goodness. The message is the treat, of course, but then I need to share these. I need to share these with y'all. So, before we dive into the message, breathe in, breathe out. It feels so wonderful, doesn't it? That clarity, that alignment. I specifically have the root chakra, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra. And it's perfect because I want to ground us into the space, ground us into our being, and to operate through our heart space and move more in authenticity with ourselves, with the divine intelligence coursing through our bodies. And so expression is a huge part of that, because a lot of the densities that we have in our body are energies that aren't expressed for whatever reasons, you know. We can, of course, go into the narratives of childhood traumas and relationship traumas and workplace grievances and neighbors and friends and blah, 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 blah. But when we get into those narratives, we keep ourselves in the lower aspect of the spiral. So our energy is feeling down and dense. We're like holding on the inside, and you know, it's a lot. It's a lot that you don't have to carry with you. Like I was saying prior, those boulders that are falling off of you can go back to the earth and be transmuted. You are a vessel, an energy body. And when we're feeling emotions or we're taking on energies from our surroundings, from the beings around us, we're not meant to hold those inside. Maybe for a little bit. Maybe just for a little bit so we can understand it, experience it, gain the insight from it, and then release it and keep the wisdom, There are so many methods on how to do that. And I've done so many of them. I've experienced so many of them. And what I'm finding is that a lot of the different shadow work that I've done over time and all these different techniques, it all came back to the same thing. And it's having faith, trusting in the divine. And I'm not speaking like the divine outside of yourself. I'm speaking about the divine within you. Like when you take your power back and you say, hey, this is my energy body. I get to choose what I want to do with it. I'm going to choose the energies that I'm feeling, that I'm expressing and giving to all those. And there's an imbalance, right? Because sometimes we'll have all of this dense energy within our bodies and we're giving light to other people, to other beings. We're showing up in a certain way that we want to show up for others. But then showing up for yourself, it seems like that's the last thing. I'll rest when I'm dead, they say. But you're living. Why don't you live while you're alive? And so coming to the Faith Center, right? The pineal gland. And for the several different modes of belief, it all comes back to faith, right? The good and evil things along this nature, it's like having faith in the divine is the good. The evil is when you give into fear, because then you're having faith in evil. You're having faith in the fear. The fear causes more negative things. It's on the lower part of the spectrum. And I know, because I've heard it before. I've heard it so many times, the whole, living in a fantasy land, this is reality, and I can't even tap into that frequency right now because it is so, I'm gonna sound 90s, it's so yesterday. It is so 20 years ago. It is so in the past. Because today you get to choose and you get to move forward. You know those affirmations? They're powerful, right? I have worked that muscle. I've worked that muscle to now, when I'm tapping into different modes of affirmation that like really fine tune, I'm just in the state of, wow, it is actually quite easy to manifest different results. When we're out of our logical mind right? When we stop bringing in all these details to our conscious and we sink back and we allow the divine intelligence within us to give us the answer, to do the work, then we are truly being in alignment with our authentic self without the extra programming, because we're saying, hey, I trust you, internal wisdom. Hey, I'm gonna sit back for a moment and not command but trust. And the command thing is, it's more of a like, we're going to direct. Sure, you can allow the divine to completely flow and allow God, source, whatever you associate the higher power with, to flow through your life, and that's absolutely beautiful. But for those of you who are looking to find different results in certain areas, I invite you to go on this journey with me. I've been seeing results already with very simple things. There was a phone call that I would make, I can't even tell you how many times a day, how many days a week, and sometimes I would just give up because I wasn't able to get through to anyone, and it would just be like, our lines are busy, try again, click. And so it became discouraging. And then I created a narrative in my mind that was like, well, it's so hard to get through, so I might as well just, it's like, well, actually, there's a different way. And so what I did, before I set off to make this phone call again, I consulted the divine intelligence within myself. And I said, divine intelligence, if it is in divine alignment with my ability to attract abundance, please allow a pathway for this phone call to go through, if it is in divine accordance. And it might not have been those exact words, but those are what I'm thinking in. So I tried the phone call again. And I was like, whoa, well, this is evidence. And it's just like, well, you know what? I feel like I need to call one more time. I'm not going to spin this narrative again. Let me just have faith that the energies that I'm guiding within myself are really working to conspire in my favor. And so I called again. An answer. My goodness, I've been trying for months. I was in such gratitude, and that's the big thing too. Whenever these things come, express gratitude. The next day, I needed to make the same phone call. But now I was rooted. I had more of an affirmation like, this works. I'm going to do it again. I call. I got through. Later that day, I needed to make another phone call to a different place, and I wasn't getting through. And I'm thinking, it's going to be impossible. No. The only impossibilities are the impossibilities that we, men, create. And so, I consult the divine intelligence within myself, speak it through, as if in divine will and way, and I got through. And so now I'm getting quite excited because it's working, and if I can apply it to these aspects of my life, what else? Where else can I apply it? And so I intentionally, go down in the full moon journal and write down these different things, different aspects of my life that I'm going to take charge of in divine accordance and alignment, of course. But tweak, redo the narrative. And I'm going to share those with you too. And before I do, I would like to touch on something that I just said. I said we, man, right? There is a societal trigger when using the term man, because we're like, well, woman and man, like if you say man, you should say woman too, and then I'll be more receptive. It's like, well, you're creating a barrier for yourself, because if we really go back and dissect the word, man is referring to the being, right? The species. Hue, man. Hue, light, man, being. So man is a being. Human is a light being. With man, it just is. You can't create. You can't amplify. You can't grow without the counterpart. And so, womb, man. The being that has the womb, that has the creative space. And now they can work together. But the man aspect of it, so womb, like W-O-M-B. The man aspect is just being. So whenever I say man, I'm just saying being. And this is part of the reframe, thinking about where are the different triggers in your life and what new narrative can you spin about it, rewrite about it. Because we should be flowing with ease. If there is resistance, it's showing that there is a density inside of us, something that needs to be addressed. And where might we need to readdress things? Where might we need to open it up? And whenever we do open it up, these densities are just waiting to be seen, to be released. We can apply affirmations. And why that works is because the faith center, it works the same way as muscles do within your body. When you go to the gym and work out, you don't get muscles right away, right? You're not suddenly able to do these crazy feats of strength. It takes time and build up, and eventually you're able to do something that you weren't able to do a month ago. Whatever your fitness goals are, you are different, you are upgraded. You are now able to do that with ease. Whereas when you started in the beginning, you did not have those muscles built yet to do it with ease. So it takes practice, it takes devotion, persistence. Same thing with the faith center. The more that you use your faith, the more the results will materialize, the easier it will be, the more easeful is my favorite word. I'm not sure if it's an actual word, but it's my favorite feeling. The more easeful the flow will be. Affirmations, they release pent-up energies in the mind and body, and it frees them so that you can produce healthy results. Just think about it. You've done so much damage to yourself by affirming negative things, by affirming harmful things to yourself, by creating these narratives. All that can fade away with affirmations. the affirmations are working that muscle. There's specific affirmations I would like to share with you. Put it right here. I would like to share with you, and I will. But first, I pulled a card from the Mother Earth Manzalo Oracle. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's a halo, and it's in the shape of a heart. And today is Valentine's Day, so lots of love frequency happening on different ranges, I should say. The traumas, the wounding can come out too, and also the beautiful things. The wounds are beautiful as well. It tells you a lot about yourself. Anyways, the halo moon has come to us today because there is something that needs to be said. You have the choice to express your feelings, or bury them deep inside. Your body will remind you later that energy transforms, but it never fades out. Now is a good time to clear your body and your mind to make room for more light. Toxins and stress easily convert into sickness when repressed emotions and unspoken words accumulate. So listen to your body. Take some rest when you need to. Drink fluids. Let go of the dramatic thoughts. Express the idea that uplift you and let them lead you to a place of love, peace, and health. Use affirmations to transform. As I said that, I saw the affirmation card. Insight. Remind yourself today that you are an unlimited, all-powerful human being. Let go of past fears and worries and continue a glorious journey forward. There is no need to look back. Start anew today. Love yourself. Express affirmations that are aligned with the divine intelligence inside of your being, that are aligned with your authentic self. All these codes are in your body. For those looking to have direction, find purpose, speak this to yourself. Have faith that what you're saying is true. Allow the energy to fill your body and feel what it feels like for this to be the truth, because it is. Infinite Spirit, teach me the way and let me see the path clearly. Give me wisdom and understanding. Alternatively, you can say, Divine Intelligence, give me a definite lead and never let me stumble. Show me the way and let me see clearly. For those that feel like they are impacted by the energies that are outside of them, that hear the other voices of criticism, that want to express and sit in, to be in, to operate from their authentic self, this is your affirmation. Divine Intelligence, Guide me and direct me, and let my higher self be the only authority in my life. Show me the way and let me see clearly. For those wishing to manifest more abundance in their life, Infinite Spirit, open the way for great abundance for me. I am an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to me by divine right. And these are just examples. You can apply this to other aspects of your life as well. But be sure that when you're doing this, it is in divine right, in divine alignment, so that it does not take from another. Because you can get what you ask for, but there may be consequence. But if you ask, and you allow the divine intelligence to attract it in a way that is meant for you, and you sit back and receive without resistance, then it shall be in good karma. And the resistance is a big part. When somebody offers something to you, and you see that is aligned and not harmful, accept it, even if you might not understand why. There is a reason for it. Trust. There is a reason for it. I once, not too long ago, many months ago, had somebody offer something to me. And I thought, no, I do not need this, but thank you. It was a very generous offer. Then they asked again, or offered again, and I replied no, and thanked them. Then they offered once more, and I thought to myself, there must be a reason this keeps coming up. I'm going to accept, even though I do not feel like I need this. And so I accepted, gratefully, graciously, and come forward to see that it was the greatest blessing that I needed in that moment. For I did not know what was to come. And had I not accepted the offer, I would perhaps be in more struggle. But I am not. And I am able to relax and be at ease and to receive more upgrades because of this. For me, it's a big survival code that I've been working to write. And just because one can survive doesn't mean that you must. My narrative is to be existing in a life of ease and peace and love. And so it is. May the divine intelligence inside of you affirm what it is that needs to be brought to the surface today. And also, thank you. Thank you for showing up.